It's Friday night, and what the fuck are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're sitting home dreaming about sweaty, built men in underwear. And who better to do it with than the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast? And here's your host, Iconoclast and Dick Taco.
Welcome to the next episode of the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast. I'm Iconoclast.
I'm your host, and I'm on the switchboard, Dick Taco. Why is it every fucking week you don't get, like, I have to point to you every week before we get on?
Because I was reading through the format that you sent me.
Oh. Well, you know, I have to send it to you so far in advance now. So,
Because I have to prepare.
But I am straight from you guessed it, the nursing home, Dick Taco.
And I was sleeping all day, so.
Well, that's nice to fucking you. But I wanted to start off on a little bit of a different vein here this week because I got hold of some good cannabis up there on the pike, and I decided to watch the post-2011 Steven Seagal Netflix movie, which I heard Cumtown refer to them as it's the Enemans Donut, Steven Seagal. And my God, I
knew about these movies before you did.
Well, I knew about these before, and I saw them before, but it's been a long time, and I think the public needs to know how bad these are. I mean, Sniper Special Ops
is amazing.
No, it's not amazing. Your whole generation you're missing stuff up there then if you think that's amazing.
It's hilariously bad.
Yeah, especially the case. Did you ever see the cover where they just paste his fat head on somebody else's body?
Yeah.
And they had to do Sniper Special Ops because of the Tom Berenger Sniper series. But he only does what does he do? 5 minutes of sniping in the beginning with their snowboarding?
You're just quoting the whole cover.
No, but I'm asking. That's the only time he shoots in it, right?
It's
shoots a sniper rifle.
It's the very beginning. The rest of the movie, he's sitting in a chair with the other guy that's bleeding out.
You know, I read a guy in the comments on that Cumtown video, which I'll try not to just repeat what Cumtown said because you're right, that's stupid. Guy wrote in the comments that he's like, my dad worked as a stuntman on a Seagal movie.
Takes the movie.
He said he would take 2 McChickens and put them on top of each other. And it's like he has. Some other guys were watching it too on YouTube when he's sniping. I watched somebody do a whole review on it. These two guys are just drinking in their basement watching it, and they're like, "Is that his gut or are they the sandbags?" He's like, "Is his gut the sandbags?" But yeah, but he only does that little bit of sniping in the beginning. The rest of the time is him just badly holding a rifle and not exerting himself too hard.
Or the thing where he's on the computer or something, and he has
he's on the radio, and he's like this, and he's not even looking. It's just
he's just holding the pistol.
But why is it it's always, it's like the same with the A-Team or Rambo, the crack unit team gets to go, right?
Yeah.
Why are they all 60?
Because that's how old Steven Seagal is, and then they have Rob Van Dam, who's probably
the youngest at 54.
Checkpoint 1, check 2, point is in Charlie.
2 is a Charlie. Overwatch, 2 is a Charlie. I've seen that movie so many times.
And then of course he has to do where he points to himself.
I didn't see that. I probably blocked that out.
That's at the very end. And then there's some other old guys there.
Oh no, let's talk about the Colonel.
Who's Kevin
was talking
80.
to me. Kevin was talking to me about that. He goes, I was watching that too. He goes, the Colonel is from fucking World War II. I'm like, well, he has to be. They're all 60. And they're sergeants or captains, so. But it's
they're all old, and you can tell they shot it because it's supposed to be in Afghanistan, but you can tell they shot it in Southern California.
They probably shot it in the Mojave, right off of California.
Yeah, because you can see power lines.
No, you would see, but they have power in Afghanistan.
No, not the kind of power lines.
Oh, you mean it looks like I'm on the highway in Kansas?
Yeah.
Like the ones you try to make on the train set.
Yeah, like driving down an old country road at night, taking 5 hours when it should have taken 2.
Don't start. I'm taking up enough time with this stupid Steven Seagal shit. But yeah, that was the best of the two. Now, what did I say the other two were?
Good Man, which I've also seen, where he's in Romania, and there's a woman.
Oh my God. That was the most ridiculous of the three. I want to save that one till the end here.
That's the one where he fucks a woman, but where she's naked and he has all of his clothes on with the sunglasses on still.
Yeah, he's got he wears the snowboarding sunglasses. Make it too. It's like a trilogy of snowboarding sunglasses.
And then
I want to come back
Asian
to that.
Connection, which I have not seen.
That is the worst one.
Oh wait, have you seen?
That's the one where he fights the guy sitting down because he's so fat he doesn't want to get up.
Wait, have you seen China Salesman with Mike Tyson?
No.
It's the movie he made with Mike Tyson. You got to watch China Salesman.
Wait, Steven Seagal it's post 2011. It is the Enemans Donuts.
Yes, this is the first one of these movies I saw.
But wait, it's him and Mike Tyson.
Yes, they fight each other.
This is not a glowing endorsement.
No, it's not. It's basically a Chinese propaganda film that they made in China. The Great China Salesman. There's like Mike Tyson is like, I am not. My people are not extinct. We are spread out all across Africa. Like, is he talking about black people? And then it's like so weird. And Mike Tyson can't act. And then there's supposed to be
can't act. Can't fight no more either.
Yeah, the big selling point is that Steven Seagal and Mike Tyson are going to fight. And they do fight. But the way the scene is shot, you never see both of them at once.
Yeah, they probably shot him in different areas so he didn't have to fly in. Because it's such a piece of shit idea.
It's like someone gets smacked in the ear. I forget why. Steven Seagal like runs a bar or something.
Which fucking Asian Connection is the one where he has the partner, right?
I don't know.
No, where the guy looks like a fucking homeless person. He's like 70.
That's a good man.
All right, that's a good man. So that's the one where he's like getting ready to shoot the guy. And he's like, "How much pussy do you think he get? You think he get as much as Osama bin Laden?"
Yeah,
I'm gonna be sorry to kill his ass.
That's it.
That's a good man.
Good man.
All right, yeah, okay. He's in Romania because they kill his homeless partner in the beginning.
Yeah.
But even the homeless guy looks older than Seagal.
With the Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
Mustache.
I hate talk like that. You got 2 tangos on your whatever.
And then he's like a terrorist, and then there's like
good man. We have to keep talking about a good man now. A good man is the one where there's so many human transactions in the movie.
Yes.
Like, can I ask why? Like the girl owes money to the mob.
Yes, and she works at the bar, but she's not a stripper.
Yeah,
she works at the strip club, but she's not a stripper.
Yeah, but like, why? Like, she has a nice apartment. Yeah. Like the Russian mob, seem to be more of the more benign ones out of them all. But then, like, she owes him money, and that guy's like, I don't want the woman. This is like millions of dollars. He gives him the kid, and they're just like, they're selling the kid to a pedophile.
And then Steven Seagal has to go chase him down.
Even as fat as he is, he still runs with
it. And he leaves like incense wherever he is. I remember that, or maybe that's a different movie.
No. I think you're right. A good man, he leaves it like Chinese lettering in incense or something. Right?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's fucking stupid.
I think that's also the one where he's riding a motorcycle, but it's not him. It's just someone with a motorcycle helmet, and they edited in his face in the visor.
I had to talk about these though.
And then at the end is when he fucks the woman, but
he has his clothes on still
with his sunglasses.
Nobody wants to see him naked.
Steven Seagal.
Nobody wants to see him naked.
Was he ever a good actor? Was he ever a good action star?
He's gotten fatter over the years. If you follow from like Above the Law to Hard to Kill, then he gets to Glimmer Man where he starts talking like a black guy and he never fucking stops. Ever. And he's just like when he talks to the little girl and a good man is like, what's happening? What's happening? Because now he's all excited because it's just her sister because, it's not a kid and she's not like, used up or whatever. I don't know. Because, he's a real fucking charmer with that fake hair of his, too.
Yeah.
That looks like a chia pet on his head, but it's fucking black.
The best is when he did a Reddit AMA that was just people trashing him and with the questions that he never answered any of them. Like how he's too fat to walk through some doorways.
Oh, he's very fat. Do you ever see him when he does like the demonstrations where he's like throwing people? It's like Jesus when he no sells. When he's just flipping people, that thing you sent me from Reddit, it's awful.
What do you mean Jesus when he no sells?
Somebody said it. They had it on Reddit around Christmas. It's like Jesus no sells in the ring, and he's just like going. He's not touching them. He's like flipping them over. Like, of course he no sells. He's fucking Jesus.
Like the Joey Ryan penis flip.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen for when the show gets broadcasted. You'll see it. So, but yeah, I had to bring that up.
I forget for when we reach the airwaves.
Yes, for when we reach the interwebs, because we are not the least viewed podcast on the interwebs. There's people worse than us.
Yeah, like Disco Inferno and Conan.
Yeah, they have more viewers though than we do.
Yeah, but we're of higher quality.
But yeah,
we're definitely better than Stevie Richards.
Asian Connection. I just remember him being a fat fuck, beating people up in the fucking chair.
Good Man's the best one.
A Good Man is the best one. Actually, no. A Good Man is the most talked about one of the three because it sucks so bad. But Sniper Special Ops is the most normal of the three.
Have you seen, speaking of shitty movies, have you seen Jim Cotta?
No, what the fuck is that?
It's another movie they talked about on Cumtown. It's Kurt Thomas, who's a gymnast from the 80s, is in this movie where he plays himself or something. Wow,
that's like Jared and Melissa Rivers playing himself.
He's like a gymnast who they teach, he develops his own martial arts style called Jim Cotta. Gymnastics and karate. It's a very bad film.
I don't even know what to say. I'm brain dead now from the fucking
That's up
Seagal
there
movies.
with.
That's all I did was smoke weed and watch the Seagal movies.
That's what they also talked about in that episode, Big Trouble in Little Tokyo.
No. Showdown at Little Tokyo.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee, right?
Yes. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're the biggest penis you got the biggest penis I've ever seen on me.
Oh yeah, they're getting ready to die, and he's like, I just want you to tell you this before you die. You have the biggest dick. I saw you get in the hot tub. You have the biggest dick I've ever seen. And I don't get that confused with Big Trouble in Little
China, which is a better film.
Well, yeah, it's a more commercial film, but all right. Let's get away from fat Stevie Seagal and get into the news.
Steven! Whitney Houston.
Got my old bodyguard. I think we should start off with the miscellaneous news. Let's do a little something different here. In the miscellaneous news, NJPW suspends commentator Chris Charlton after negative remarks about Tony Khan during broadcast.
It wasn't just that. Apparently, it wasn't.
Well, I didn't watch it all yet. I had it on yesterday, but I got doing stuff. So
it's not just what he said. It's the fact that he didn't stop trashing AEW during the matches instead of commentating.
Oh, like he was taking away from his job?
And Rocky Romero was on commentary with him, and he was trying to tell him to stop, and he wouldn't. So it's not just the stuff he was saying.
All right, I'm glad you're telling me that because I didn't really listen to it. I had it on, but that's a long fucking show, too. But he criticized the handling of former NJPW talents Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, and Jay White, which Jay White is the most criminal of the three.
And he's in the main event scene. He's showing.
Now, he's been coming there since we started going to the shows 4 fucking years ago. He was showing up when he was IWGP champion, remember? So he's been there and then he came there exclusively not long after. He's been there for a while. And they had that good program with MJF, and it turned into comedy, and it was and then he wound up losing, and they sent him away, and they brought him back, and they're doing better. But that's what you have to do. You have to send him away. You can't fucking have him keep coming around.
He's got to leave the territory.
Yeah. How do I miss you if you won't go away, right?
Jericho, please take note.
Yes.
Well, at this point, Jericho has to go away for 4 years and then come back.
At least. No, you would never get cheer for him again. Unless you brought back the Y2J music and Triple H.
Break the walls down!
That was one of the greatest debuts ever. We knew it was him, too. And this was way back when you didn't, Raja.com, who's still on the air, who's still on the internet, was the only guy you could get, and he was always spot on. Black Bart, former world-class world heavyweight champion, on hospice after being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
It's crazy, brother.
Kota Ibushi blocked from the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Dynasty for Kenny Omega's match. Is that kayfabe?
Who knows? Probably not.
What, are they not like Ibushi there too? Or is he signed to AEW exclusively too?
I don't know. Nobody likes Ibushi.
Ibushi. Doughboy.
I told you about the thing where he wrestled at an indie show in Japan with an open staph infection.
You're going to say an open casket funeral.
No, this isn't Wing.
Oh, that's what it started, remember? You saw it, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
I thought it was
a coffin?
I thought it was a snuff film because I see that, and then I see the guy with a scythe in his face.
Yeah, then you got Jason, the terrible.
If AEW was like that, they'd get higher ratings.
I don't know.
Peter Avalon and JD Drake hanging from the entrance ramp.
There you go. They just leave them there for make them part of the set. Bring them back to next week. Hanging there. Like until the birds start pecking at him, then you can take him down.
And then Moxley needs to crucify somebody.
Matt Riddle wins MLW World Title from Satoshi Kojima at King of Coliseum on 111. He was a surprise debut there.
Bro.
I see you're very excited. You're silent.
I don't like Matt Riddle. I do not like Matt Riddle.
You like Bobby Fish?
Why?
You see what he looks like lately?
No.
He shaved his head. He stopped dyeing his beard. He looks fucking old. His beard's all gray.
He wasn't in AEW for all that long, but we got to see some good stuff. We got a Red Dragon reunion.
Yeah, we did. And with the old music too. Of course Tony bought the music.
I mean, now that the other three members are back together, he's not there, but
yeah.
Because by the time
he went to do MMA for a little bit too, I know.
No, because by the time he left is when Roderick Strong showed up. So we never had all four members of the Undisputed Era in AEW at once.
Roddy is a frickin' technician.
So is Kyle O'Reilly.
And we got some Vince news here. We'll just throw this up because I got something special for you after this in the miscellaneous news. SEC charges Vince McMahon over
is this the Korean IWC Awards?
Yeah.
Those are fucking weird.
They're stupid. SEC charges Vince McMahon over 2 undisclosed settlements with women. And I have the article on here, but Meltzer doesn't rule out a return for him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him? There's no way.
They'll do. Taco, if they bring back Hulk Hogan, they'll bring back Vince.
You think so? Here's the article. The SEC charged former WWE boss Vince McMahon with violating federal securities laws.
Oh, we also got to put up on the screen this picture of Virgil and Bob Backlund I found where they're having sex.
They're not having sex, really.
Now
I'm in the middle of talking about a news story. Now I got to put that shit up.
Look at how they're looking at each other.
I did. You said it to me. And I said it to Kevin, and I should put his text up there. He goes, they might have been fucking. Because, but if Bob's fucking him now, that's just weird.
Well, he's dead. Because Virgil's dead.
But Vince McMahon paid out 2 women $10.5 million to keep them quiet.
We gotta do it. Virgil, also known as Vincent, also known as Curly Bill, also known as Shane, real name Mike Jones.
Can I get this fucking story out?
Okay.
He paid 2 women $10.5 million to keep them quiet about his sexual conduct. But then he comes back and says, he tweeted case closed. It was just an accounting error. Yeah, you shit on some girl's head. That's an accounting error. He has to pay a $400,000 civil penalty and reimburse WWE $1.33 million.
That's nothing for him.
No, he's got like $2 billion.
All right, let's go down to the actual wrestling.
Hold on, I want to do that Korean IWC Awards. I'm just going to rattle them off real fast because
Moxley won all the bad awards. I don't know why they hate him over there.
Same reason they hate him over here.
Nobody hates him besides you.
Plenty of people hate him. I talked to plenty of people that hate him.
Plenty of people love him too.
Wait, where are they? Oh, they're on Reddit. Hold on, give me 1 second, people.
The rest of your hatchlings are back.
I hear my family's at home. All right, I got to go to my saves. Hold on, give me 1 second.
I saw these. Moxley won all the bad awards.
I want to read them off. They made me laugh.
And then the only award that was consistent with everything was Jimmy and Jay Uso for the worst match.
Worst categories. Worst male wrestler, Jon Moxley. Worst female wrestler, Mercedes Moné.
Not true.
Worst team of the year, Young Bucks. I would go with that. Worst babyface of the year, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
True. Worst heel of the year, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
Worst champion of the year, IWGP champion, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
Worst wrestler of the year, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
Worst match of the year, Jimmy versus Jay Uso, WrestleMania 40.
Everyone agrees with that.
True. Worst moment of the year, Jon Moxley choking Danielson with a bag.
That's an amazing moment.
Worst feud of the year, Danielson versus Moxley.
It's a great feud.
Worst catchphrase of the year, Death Jitsu.
It's great. It's fuck shit up. Pure garbage.
Worst newcomer of the year, Okada. I don't even consider him a newcomer. Worst mic worker of the year, Okada. Don't agree with that either.
Bitch!
Worst non-wrestler of the year, Tony Khan.
Not true.
Why?
There's plenty of people in WWE I could name.
Most overrated of the year, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
Most underrated of the year, Chad Gable. Hey, anybody come back from a gunshot to the head after 1 week? Christian, what is this? Most underrated? Christian Awards. Chad Gable dead from Wyatt 6 debut. Wow, it's like they read my mind. Worst move of the year, Jon Moxley sleeper hold.
No, what? What?
Worst gimmick of the year, Jon Moxley. Worst news of the year, AEW releases All in London security footage. I'll take that.
Yeah, that sucked.
Worst theme of the year, it's Our Moment, DIY. Wow. That's not a Moxley thing in there.
Because he has great music.
Worst brand of the year, AEW.
Not true.
Worst event of the year, Wrestle Dream 2024.
Not true.
This must have come at... What?
That's not true.
Did you, one of your balls leave? Oh, my God, your voice got so high.
Oh, God, these people just hate Moxley.
Yes, they do. I think worst event of the year of AEW, World's End was worse than Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, but World's End wasn't bad.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Worst part-timer of the year, Cope.
Not true.
Worst booker of the year, Tony Khan.
Not true.
Why? He's the worst booker ever.
Triple H
Worst
is
main
worse.
event of the year, Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley, Wrestle Dream.
Not true.
Worst face turn, Adam Cole.
Did he even turn face?
They had to do something with him.
I'm confused.
Worst heel turn, Jon Moxley.
Not true. It's a great heel turn. I was audibly shocked when they attacked Danielson at All Out.
Botch of the year, Adam Page sneaks out early during Jay White versus Christian Cage.
I don't know what that is.
10-16 Dynamite, it says. And worst entrance, Jon Moxley.
Not true.
They really, you think I hate Moxley. Holy shit. Whoever wrote that.
You just hate bald wrestlers.
No, I don't. I like Steve Austin. I liked Goldberg.
Okay, Baron Corbin.
He was a bad wrestler.
Constable Corbin. Also known as Happy Corbin. Also known as Sad Corbin. Also known as Baron Corbin.
I don't want to do that.
Also known as King Corbin.
I don't want to do that with the fucking pictures. Jesus Christ. You know how much shit I got to put up now? All right, let's go to the AEW.
I bring the darkness, I bring the thunder, I come from hell and I'll pull you under.
Anyway, I'm going to get to your beloved AEW news right now. We'll do that and we'll finish up with the Fed.
Okay, because the Fed fucking sucks now.
You can't be like that. You're supposed to be a fucking journalist, and you just want to talk about AEW. You don't want to hear the old shit. You don't want to talk about
That's not true. I just think WWE fucking sucks.
I know, but just some people listen to
WWE isn't a wrestling company.
You're turning off a whole
when you have a 3-hour show and 40 minutes of it are wrestling, that's not a wrestling show.
I believe you, but I'm saying people like WWE.
Yes.
You may be alienating part of the 8 people that listen to us.
Yes, people also vote for Donald Trump. That doesn't mean anything.
Bad match between Chris Jericho and Dax Harwood on Collision has fans calling for Jericho's retirement.
We've been calling for his retirement for years.
Yeah, but not like you're just calling for his retirement?
I remember when they had that match at All Out 2021, him versus MJF, that Jericho said he would retire if he lost. They should have had him lose that match.
Oh, and he couldn't use the music?
Yeah, he couldn't use Judas.
Yeah.
I forget what he came out to instead. That's the first wrestling pay-per-view I ever actually watched. That, and I forget what else it was. I wasn't really watching. I remember I was over at your house, back where you used to live, and it was...
Over in the hood, yeah.
Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H.
Is that WrestleMania or something?
I don't know. I wasn't really watching. I just remember I had my laptop over there. I was doing something else. I was over at your house, and you just had it on.
Oh.
The first wrestling pay-per-view I ever fully paid attention to and watched was All Out 2021.
All Out 2021. Did I watch that one? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. We were over here. We were in this room.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking the brother got married. I was here alone. Your middle cousin was like a baby still, yeah.
Yes, we were over here.
Passed out early watching it, yeah.
Yes.
The Bucks and Lucha Brothers in the cage.
Yeah, that's great. And they had the spiked cleats.
Yeah, they're like golf shoes or something.
That's also when Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson debuted. Yes. Miro versus Eddie Kingston.
Punk versus Darby, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forget if... Oh, yeah, Moxley had a match with Satoshi Kojima.
Yes.
Very,
very, very good show. I remember that was the first AEW show I ever saw. AEW also releases Nigel McGuinness documentary, which I really want to see that.
So do I.
I've heard hopefully some of the young AEW fans can get to know this legend because I think a lot of them don't know.
The most underrated wrestler of all time. The only guy from Ring of Honor, the best guy from the Independents who has never gotten a run in any major company.
Who?
Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do something with him in NXT, but then he wound up being a fucking announcer. That was it. So,
and in AEW, he's only had Well, he had 2 matches in AEW and he had 1 match in Ring of Honor against Lee Moriarty.
Do you ever hear this guy JD from New York? He does a podcast.
No.
He's annoying to listen to, but he's got a lot of followers. He calls Jeff Jarrett Tony Khan's fake John Cena with this little retirement tour he's got. I think that might be going a stretch because
it is. They're not making the huge deal out of it. He's still losing.
Yeah, because it's Jeff fucking Jarrett. Never drew a dime.
He's putting guys over.
He should be. He's almost 60. What does he think he's going to do? Get on a run? If he gets on a run, it's only going to be for a little bit. See, you're doing it again. I'm talking about an old wrestler and you fucking narcolepsy.
No, trust me, I know all about Jeff Jarrett, the amount of old TNA shit that I've watched.
I imagine you do. Darby Allin.
You have not. When people talk about Triple H's reign of terror, they don't know anything about Jeff Jarrett's reign of terror. When he basically, from 2002, when TNA started to 2005, when they got really good, he basically held the main event scene hostage. Where the only reason TNA was in any way watchable was because of the mid-card. Yeah. The X Division was that
right around
good.
there after that, they had the Dudleys and Angle came in.
And Joe came, and they got good. When the 6-sided ring shows up, that's when it's really good.
Yeah. Darby Allin out for a number of months to prepare for this fucking Mount Everest climb that I have to hear about again. Well, he's not going to be happy until he just falls off something that actually
because he couldn't climb last year because Brody King broke his foot.
Well, didn't he get hit by a bus, too?
Yes. Brody King said he was the one driving.
That's beautiful. I thought that was great.
I love Brody King.
I said this to you in the car on the way over. FTR stands for Find the Remote. Cold as ice.
They're getting back up there.
Why? Because they're going to stop. I'm telling you, they're making this fucking scene with Moxley and them, like running over everybody so boring that you're going to have the Elite's going to come back and they're going to get. It's going to be like the Roman after they tried to get Roman over for so many years and it finally worked. Something's going to click. Hey, broken clock's right twice a day. Don't forget that.
Hey, the Bucks are the best tag team in the last 10 years.
You know,
they just need a good gimmick.
I'm going to have you throw it out of here.
They just need a good gimmick.
Marshall and Ross Von Erich are officially all elite now.
Beef up the tag division.
Yeah, I always liked them. I followed them in MLW.
They do the stereo iron claws. That's their finisher.
Per Sean Sapp of Fightful, Malachi Black said to be finishing up with AEW.
Nobody cares.
Listen, storyline seems to mimic that as when Ospreay beat Buddy Matthews.
Yes, I know that's with Buddy Matthews.
He dared Buddy to step out of Malachi's shadow.
Maybe
Buddy will get a push out of this, though.
And they've been pushing Brody King.
Well, Brody's like, he's like a better version of that Bronson Reed in WWE. He's also not as, fat.
He's fat!
He's fat! All right.
Bronson Reed has the weirdest fucking tweets. Have you seen the stuff he says? Like, 2023, I'm stroking. 2024, I'm edging. 2025, I'm busting on y'all.
Yeah, he's talking about jerking off.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's weird.
But it's funny. All right, let's talk about this because I got 2-star ratings from dipshit Meltzer for 2 AEW shows. But I got to talk about this. Are you fucking kidding me that the world's most dangerous plumber and his group, the Charisma Vacuums, as I call them, they kidnapped the Rock and Roll Express?
I didn't see this.
And not only did they kidnap him, they did it on Collision, where nobody watches it.
I didn't see this. I don't know what happened here.
And then Ricky Morton made him look like such shit, too. They had him gagged and tied up out back, and he said he was going to do something to him. He pulls the gag out of old-ass Ricky Morton's mouth, who has the same hair like Rod Stewart that he's had since 1984. He goes, I don't think you got the balls. Ricky Morton shit right all over him. Let's not even mention the fucking one promo Moxley did with his little independent film career he's got going on here now, where they shoot you from the 2 cameras. But he kept turning and looking at him. When you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be looking at the one, and the other one's capturing the whole thing. And he's stupid, too. He looks at Marina Shafir, and he goes, she is an impeachable character. No! You're supposed to say she's an unimpeachable character. You see why I have problems?
I love it. I'm sorry. I just do.
Because your generation's all fucking weird.
That's not true. I also I Again, I liked the MJF Ospreay feud. I was the only person who liked that.
Your generation reminds me of cats that are scared of cucumbers. It's just weird. Did you ever put like
Who are we, the Undertaker?
Did you ever put like a fucking? Did you ever put a cucumber near a cat?
No.
Some cats like they freak the fuck out. They jump.
Wasn't it Undertaker who's scared of cucumbers?
I think so.
Or is that Sid?
No, Sid's not. Please.
Sid kept a squirrel on his tights.
He also shit himself during the main event of WrestleMania 13. And Take had to bring him up for a tombstone, and he did poop in his pants. Hold on, I'm looking up these World End star ratings. Yeah, you ready for this?
She's an impeachable character.
But it's unimpeachable.
Hey, Marina Shafir is doing a great job as the muscle. As the modern day China.
Beth Phoenix and her will be a good thing to come out.
The modern day China.
All right, here's Dave Meltzer's impeachable star ratings for World's End 2024. Tony Storm defeats Layla Gray, 1.5.
Tony Storm's pay-per-view debut, pretty good start.
Jeff Jarrett defeats QT Marshall, 2.25. That's a gift.
It's the pre-show.
Leo Rush, Accident Jenny, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer defeat the Outrunners in Top Flight. 3 stars? What's it doing on the fucking pre-show if it's got 3 stars then? All right, main card. Ospreay defeats Kyle Fletcher in Continental Classic semifinal. 5, yep. Kazuchika Okada defeats Ricochet.
4.5.
4.
Okay.
Mariah May defeats Thunder Rosa Tijuana Street Fight.
Didn't see it.
3.25.
Dave doesn't like women's wrestling.
Most guys don't.
I do.
What I do. I'm in the. I make sure I eat a whole bunch of dairy, like right before the female.
You don't
matches.
eat dairy. You drink dairy.
I eat dairy too. You can eat dairy, ice cream.
The fact that this is what we're fucking talking about.
Well, because you're not gonna just sit here and fucking pretend like you got a dietitian degree or something.
I'm a philosopher. Damn it, Jim. I'm a philosopher, not a dietitian.
MJF defeated Adam Cole. What do you think?
2.
3.25. That's a gift.
I didn't see it.
So that's as good. So that was as bad as the Tijuana Street Fight then.
I don't agree. For what I saw, the Tijuana Street Fight was better.
Takeshita defeated Powerhouse Hobbs. 3.75.
Yeah, Takeshita can't put on a worse match than 3.
Mercedes Moan defeats Chris Statlander.
4.
4.5.
Well,
Kazuchika Okada defeated Will Ospreay in the Continental Classic.
5.
5.25.
Okay.
Which that's pretty good. And they are being, like, you're right, though, about Ospreay. He is still going to be the guy at some point. They keep making him, like, lose by cheating or, he was injured, so it works.
He was exhausted from the blood loss.
Dick the Boozer defeated My Dog Pockets, Light Switch, and Hangnail to retain the World Championship.
Isn't this like 3?
3.5. That was not good. I watched that. That was their main events are getting fun. Like
that's
that
not true. That's not all
that
main
and the
events.
fucking cage match, which you liked.
I love that cage match. That's the precursor to my favorite match type that I created. Easter Death Match, Real Nails, Cry Me a River. You got to crucify your opponent. You got to set the cross up, nail their hands and feet to the cross, and that's how you win the match.
All right, now I have the star ratings from Wrestle Dynasty, which I didn't watch that yet. Did you watch that?
Yes, I watched Wrestle Dynasty. I was up to fucking 4 a.m. watching it.
Why you sound so angry? I just asked you a fucking question. People ask me all the time, why is he
my
so
nap
angry?
was interrupted to come.
Why is he so angry? You could have told me you didn't want to record.
I told you that yesterday because I was taking it. I took a 4-hour nap in the middle of the afternoon.
All right. Tajay Ishimori defeated Hechicero, Kosei Fujita, Sobriano Jr., Master Wato, Mascara Dorada.
This is a good match.
Titan and Del Desperado Lucha Gauntlet match, 4.5.
This was just a crazy spot match.
Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Katsuyori Shibata, time limit draw, 3.25.
I thought what happened. It was 5 minutes.
It's like 3 is like what Dave does for like a meh match.
Well,
around
that's
the 3.
normal.
Yeah, but if 3 is like meh, then why is 5 such a big deal? Mercedes Moné defeated Mina Shirakawa, winner take all.
4.
JPW, yeah. No, 3.5. They gave it.
Because Dave doesn't like women's wrestling.
David Finlay defeated Brody King.
I don't know.
4.25.
Yeah.
Shota Umino defeats Claudio. 3.5.
That's like a 3. Yeah, that wasn't the best.
Konosuke Takeshita defeats Tomohiro Ishii.
A lot of people love this match.
Winner take all, never open weight in AEW International. 4 3/4.
I don't know. I was taking a shit during that match.
Never fails, does it?
I have active bowels on Saturday.
I know they have to move the pay-per-views back to Sunday for you. The Young Bucks defeated United Empire and Los Fuckers and Goobers Japan.
4 at least.
4 1/4. Yoda Tsuji defeats Jack Perry to retain the IWGP
I was eating
Global.
snack during this. I didn't see it.
3. Omega defeats Gabriel Kidd.
5 at least.
5 1/4.
Beautiful match.
And Sabre Jr. defeats Ricochet to retain IWGP
I lost
title.
interest by this point.
4 1/2. So yeah, that was
good show.
I mean, I'm interested in watching it because I
good show.
I haven't watched it yet. I watched Wrestle Kingdom. I did not watch Wrestle Dynasty. All right, let's get into some of the Fed here, and then we'll.
Oh God, we gotta talk about the
send
Fed.
it home.
We gotta talk about that terrible Raw debut.
Hold on, we're getting to it. The Royal Rumble 2026. This is broken by you when you sent it to me.
Yes, it's going to be in fucking Saudi Arabia.
After Nick Khan specifically said the Big 5 PLEs would stay in North America.
What's the Big 5?
Royal Rumble,
SummerSlam,
WrestleMania.
Yeah, Royal
Survivor
Rumble,
Series.
Survivor Series, SummerSlam. What's the 5th?
Money in the Bank.
That's a Big 5.
It is now. Yeah, used to be King of the Ring. That's like a tournament on Main Event now or something.
No, well, they do King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they did the finals there. They did the tournament. They've done the tournaments. Right? The year Billy Gunn won it in '99, I think they were already doing it like that. I can't remember.
Billy Gunn.
But yeah, fans are pissed off. And how do you feel about that?
Oh, please. I don't want to get angry about this now. I've already gotten too angry about it enough.
Why? They should just not even have the Women's Rumble because that's just like, I don't even think they should go. I think they all protest. And a lot of people won't go over there for that. Like Punk didn't go to the what was it, Crown Jewel?
Punk would go. Punk won't go.
Yeah, but then you're going to miss a spot in the Rumble if he's still around by then. I don't know. I have a feeling Punk, if he's doing a program here where he's going to be in the main event, I think this might be it. Like he's coming in and he's either going to slow down or he's done.
Yeah, because he sucks now.
You just don't like him.
With his 3 moves of doom.
You just don't like him.
I don't like him ever. I don't like him post 2010.
I'm telling you, you're missing out, dude, around 11 and 12. 11, 12, all the way up into 13. Like before he lost to The Rock. Then they put him with Danielson and they had the tag team.
Really?
Because he was ill. Punk. They needed somebody to cover. They needed somebody to cover for the match. All right, the Raw on Netflix on 1/6.
Was fucking garbage.
Hey, a lot of people watching that garbage, though.
That doesn't mean shit. Please, you sound like Al Snow. Al Snow thinks that the main indicator of a quality of a match is how much money it draws. If that's the case, then Andre versus Hogan was a technical masterpiece.
Well, that is what the name of the game is, dollars and cents.
Doesn't mean, please. Again, they were more concerned with what legends they could bring in for the nostalgia.
Yeah, they always do that. I don't care for that.
And The Rock came out. They retconned all of last year's storyline because The Rock doesn't want to be a heel anymore. He wants everyone to cheer him. Hogan has to come out. He doesn't want to be a heel because nobody wants to be a heel because nobody wants
I don't know about The Rock. I'm thinking The Rock, it's all a smokescreen.
Because
then they'll get The Rock.
Huffing copium here.
No. What's copium?
It's like you don't hear that expression. People huff copium. They snort copium where it's like, man, it's all going to turn out fine.
I thought it was, no, I just thought he's going to turn and he's going to fight Roman.
Please, he's not that smart.
They want The Rock Roman more than they want The Rock and Cody.
Well, Rock and Cody's what they were building towards all of this year.
Yeah, when he came out and gave him the flowers and handed him that thing, which was a good story, where he was like, you know what this is? Like, that has to be brought back to light.
But they're not.
What he gave him.
But they're not
I don't know.
To.
I'm reserving my judgment on this
Apparently,
one.
they recorded some segment at the Moana 2 premiere where they were going to, like...
How does all this shit get tangled in? At least there's good box office movies
where they were going to quash their beef, and then they just didn't air that segment. Yeah,
because they probably...
Yeah, and then we also had to fucking see... And then we're also going to have to see at Royal Rumble, apparently, Ric Flair and Hacksaw Jim Duggan are going to be there.
Flair's coming back? Please tell me he can't be coming in and hawking Woo Energy or the
wings.
There we go. It's been a minute.
Like in AEW, they used him well. He didn't really do that much. He just kind of showed up.
Used him well. They rolled out a coffin, pushed him out of it every once in a while. Remember when the night he came back? We were there.
Yes, you couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but he also needed help getting down the stairs.
Yeah, but they did it for Sting's retirement tour.
And I was actually agreeing with Shitstain Russo that I thought they were going to make Flair be the last his last opponent's thing.
No, they weren't. It was the Young Bucks, and that's an amazing match.
It is good. It's very good.
Darby goes through the glass pane, which is a middle finger to Punk.
But let's talk about the Hulk Hogan getting booed. That was beautiful.
Well, because Hogan...
He totally blew it off, too, with the, let me tell you something, brothers. He did the whole Republican Nazi convention speech.
Yeah, it's the same exact speech. You got to have Jimmy Hart there waving the American... Yeah, he has Jimmy Hart there.
Do you know how old Jimmy Hart is?
I know, he's like 90.
No, he's 80.
Still.
But he looks exactly the fucking same.
He wears the same suit. His hair's the same. He wears the same sunglasses.
I mean, I work in a nursing home, dude. There's 80-year-old people in there that are like, you know. But he's 80, and he's...
Even when I was a teen with a holster, there were some things that turned me on, dudes. Fine tuned guitars and firm feeling women. But now in the twilight of Hulk Hogan's career, my kids turn me on. That's a promo he did.
Wow, that is terrible. That's a pedophilia promo right there.
Yeah, just like when Lex Luger came to WCW. I am sick and tired of playing around with kids. I am here to play around with the big boys.
I will tell you, watching that live, nobody thought that back then. We knew what he meant because he knew where he came from. I was watching that. That was Memorial Day 95. And I turned on TNT. I was sitting in my room upstairs, and I was like, WCW. And Raw was preempted that week for some bullshit. It wasn't the dog show I always tell you about. It was something else. But, yeah, Hogan was booed loudly and when he came out to promote his new beer brand.
Apparently he didn't understand why. He was surprised.
Yeah, he was surprised and disappointed. He deserves it, though, after years of lying and making shit up and just being a total piece of shit human being. And then not to mention all the political bullshit he's involved in.
And then The Undertaker had to show up later, and I hate The Undertaker. Taker was never good.
Those two are the MAGA powers. Yeah. MAGA powers. Oh, yeah.
Hogan hates black Americans.
And actually, well, after he had a meltdown backstage about it, because he was very upset about it, but it was suggested that he lead into NWO Hogan before he came out, but he didn't want to do it. It probably would have worked. It definitely would have looked better. He
still would have just had go away heat.
Yeah, but that's like, you've seen Bash at the Beast 96, where he's like making fun of the fans, calling them crap and all that shit, and they're booing him and throwing shit. And like that was louder than...
It's Hogan, but whose side is he on?
Bobby Heenan ruined it right there. The minute I saw him, I knew he was in the NWO. But yeah, he apparently didn't want to do it. Let's talk about some mistakes on Raw, too. Pat McAfee mistakenly refers to The Rock as chairman of the board. Pat McAfee is a fucking idiot. And I don't understand why a guy who was a punter in the NFL, which a punter is a fucking cross between a cheerleader and a donkey. That's all it is. They're not even real football players. Ask your grandfather. Back when he was a kid, the backup quarterbacks used to punt. Linemen used to kick field goals. These big fat fucks with these square-toed shoes. So... pardon me if I don't like him at all. I know.
He has a fan base.
I know. Phil fucking watches him. Sends me clips. I'm like, don't send me his bullshit. I can't stand it.
I saw his match with Austin Theory at WrestleMania 38, and that was entertaining. He had a good presentation.
His entrance was good.
Yeah.
But after, hits like Jesse Ventura, once the bell rings, it's over. But, yeah, I don't like Pat. He leaves to go do College Game Day and all that. Who the fuck wants him on there? But... I don't know.
Yeah, AEW still has the best commentary.
Like I said, he was a fucking kicker. And you're just going to keep saying that until I fucking what? You just want me to just fucking blow my head off? Because I just can't take
Nigel McGuinness, Taz, Excalibur, best commentary team.
Get Taz and Excalibur out of there. Shivani and fucking... Well, Shivani tried to be a play-by-play guy in WWF. He was fucking abysmal.
Excalibur is the best play-by-play guy.
He would call it when a guy would hit the apron. He'd be like, a slap to the apron. Like, he would call everything. DiBiase looks like he's pulling his drawers out of a crack of his ass, He would call it. Watch SummerSlam 89. He calls everything.
Oh, did you see the thing? Miscellaneous thing here. Jim Ross says they turned down Sonny's advances. Did you see this story?
I can believe that. I mean, Missy Hyatt fucked him. Why wouldn't Sonny?
Well, she was like, if you need someone to move, if you need someone to move in and like take care of you and fuck you, I'll do it.
What after his wife died?
Yeah.
Well, he was fucking Missy Hyatt. Missy is gross looking from plastic surgery. Sonny is gross looking from drugs.
Yeah.
What I say? She looked like a wet, hefty bag filled with oatmeal. She is fucking gross. That was left out in the rain overnight.
And then Jim Ross just said, I think I dodged a real bullet there.
I think I dodged a real bullet there, pal.
Oklahoma.
Trying to see what else happened here. You see Braun Strowman sidelined with severe illness. Did you see that?
There's
the guy who can't stay
Mr. Breadbag?
Yeah, the bread man. He can't fucking stay healthy no matter what.
He's always getting injured.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember the thing where he was the Raw Tag Team Champion with Nicholas?
Who was Nicholas?
He was like this little 9-year-old kid. He was like a fan.
Oh, yeah. That got old real fast. Nothing's better. Nothing's as good as Judy Bagwell. Rick Steiner and Judy Bagwell. When she died, they announced it. Former WCW World Tag Champion Judy Bagwell died.
And then there's the Judy Bag. It's kind of like when they had Trent's mom, Sue, but not as...
That was funny
wasn't as good, but at All In when Moxley kissed her.
Yeah. And that was an entertaining match as much as I hate that garbage.
I love hardcore wrestling. I love deathmatch wrestling. I told you, I won't be satisfied until I see someone die in an AEW ring.
WWE announces new partnership with COSM, COSM.
No idea.
Bringing PLEs into shared reality, whatever the fuck that means. What's that, like the Lawnmower Man?
What's the Lawnmower Man?
It's a fucking movie about, what the hell is it? It's about virtual reality or something like that. Julia wins NXT women's title at New Year's Evil.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, who didn't think they were going to fast track her there? Yeah, I said about Braun Strowman. Brock Steiner, did you see his picture? Yes. He's offered a contract. He's wearing his college football jersey with the old thing on his head like his father did, the metal thing.
Are they going to make him like Big Papa Pump Jr.?
I don't know. Should they call him Brock Breaker? They'd be cousins? I mean, because Braun Breaker's a stupid name anyway. Rex Steiner and Brock Steiner. Imagine that. The new Steiner brothers. Rex and Brock Steiner.
Yeah, well, knowing how they book tag teams will suck, but...
Tag team wrestling is horse shit everywhere. We've had this discussion.
It's better than AEW, I think.
And finally, ex-WWE star Melina from Eminem missing after California wildfire.
They found her again, I think.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think they found her.
I got that this morning. I figured it was good enough to talk about.
I thought I saw a headline that they found her.
Well, that'll do it this week, folks.
Melina, wasn't that Miz and Mercury?
No, it was Morrison and Mercury.
Oh.
Eminem. Bow, 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 bow.
Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble. J&J Security.
Oh, God.
They got the Ferrari that Brock ripped off.
No, it was a Cadillac. It was a Cadillac.
Cadillac that Brock ripped the door off of.
Yes, they did.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Get your hand off my penis!